Hello and welcome to Richard's Home Car Mechanics. Right, this is an update on what I've been up to. As I spoke before, I've got an engine in the garage that I'm rebuilding, and the van I've got, which I'll show you in a minute, has got a DUF engine. So what I've been up to the last couple of days, I'll now turn you around and I will show you. Yes, I've been a very busy boy. I thought I'd better jump on this van because I've got another one sitting over my other drive ready to be due as well with a stuffed engine. And as you can see, oh dear, where is that engine gone? That's come out. That didn't take me too bad. I reckon overall it's taken me 5 hours to disconnect that, undo the gearbox and get the engine on the engine hoist ready to go in the garage and be stripped. Take all the auxiliaries off and use them on my spare engine, which is going back in here. Just a little tip, I would advise when you're taking off, especially electrical cables, identify them. Get yourself a bit of masking tape, because a lot of these cables are the same colour and same thickness. So there you go. Look, I've got earth which goes on the engine, I've got an alternator one there, and what we've got there, starter motor, here we go, starter motor one there. It just makes it easier when you reassemble, and you know, trust me, you know, for a few minutes work, just to put a bit of tape on, it just makes a lot of life easier. What I've done on this particular engine, I've managed to leave the gearbox in situ, so I've had to unbolt it to get the engine off, but that is going to stay in situ, and when the new engine drops in, that will just be moved about. I'll probably check the gearbox oil and that, top that up, etc., and just make sure that's working. Let's have a look. Thrust bearing doesn't feed too bad. There's a little bit of movement, not looking too good. Might have to replace that. As you say, if I've got it apart, I might as well do it, as I've said before. Drive shafts are out. Here we go. That's the engine. That there is part of the gearbox. That's a selector on top of the gearbox. That's working. I will be checking that to make sure. There's your pipes for your matrix heater. So not too bad. As you say, when you first look at this, it looks quite complicated, but just, as I've said, break it down in stages. Don't think, oh my god, I've got to take that whole engine out. Break it down. First thing I done, I took the engine covers, the inner seals off. Then I took the drive shafts out, so I can gain access to underneath the engine. Then it was just literally disconnecting the wiring loom. Here we go. This is an engine wiring loom. Nothing complicated. It's just a continuous radial of a cable with plugs on. There you go. Goes all the way back to the ECU, which is the engine control unit there. That's sitting in there somewhere. There we go. That's tucked out of the way. And then you just got your diesel pipes on this. Again, it's not hard. You know, I didn't really need to identify these. They're marked up coloured, but also you can look by the bends on them, the natural bends. When I put that filter back in, that'll naturally want to go where it's always sat for the last 10, 12, 15 years, 12 years, whatever, how old the car is. So if you look at that, you know, it's got a nice bend. That's it, and you normally get a clue where they go. And even though these ones are tucked up, once I release them, they'll spring back into their natural position. And you know, it's not going to be not far away. There's not going to be far a point where that's going to need to go into. So yep, that's that. Later on, I'm going to be taking them trolley jacks out. Well, that can come out, but that's going to put an axle stand under there, so I don't leave my trolley jack out. There we go. So that's now ready for the engine to come in. Now I'm going to show you the engine that's come out. As I said, it took me about 5 hours over a couple of days, just taking me time. Now they told me this engine was ill and it's got a bit of a problem. So let's have a look. Can anyone spot it? Oh dear, yes. No wonder no wonder when I went to drop the engine oil there was none in it. That looks like the con rod has come through the side of the engine. If we go in a bit closer, you can see the crank in there. Now that engine is absolutely obliterated. There's nothing I can do with that. There's nothing I can repair. Top end's probably alright, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to be taking off the oil cooler, which is there. That's coming off because I haven't got one on my engine. Alternator, and what we got on there, crank, that's alright. Alternator's going to come off. What we got there, the exhaust, inlet manifold, sorry, inlet manifold's going to go on. So all this is going to be usable, which in the long run saves me money, and as I said before, it finances my next project. And there we go, and I will actually show you my next project. It's over here, look. This turned up last week. Now this will be a nice little van for someone. It's actually another Vauxhall combo diesel. The engine cam change slipped on this. As I said in my previous blog, you've got to keep them camber chains tight. When they start chattering, you've got to change them, because if they slip, it's killed an engine. Now this is a 55 plate van, really nice condition. It's actually what they call a crew van. Now this is going to be done, and this is going to be up for sale. Now I don't think I have a problem selling this. The decor is all going to be taken off. I'm going to clean it all up. It's going to be clean inside and out. It's going to be spotless. Let's have a look inside. This needs another engine, which I'm going to do, and if I put an engine in it, it's going to be serviced and possibly a cam chain, but I will check the cam chain. It's a standard Vauxhall cab, but the nice bit on this is, if anyone knows, hey presto, it's got seats in the back, so it's a combo van, and they call it a crew cab. And the nice thing of this, it's got two sliding doors. It's got one on the off side and one on the near side, so it's really handy. So if you're a little builder boy or a general DIY maintenance man, you can still use your work vehicle to take the kids out. Here we go, and you've still got the back of the van there for your parts. There you go. So this is going to be my project after the white one, so if anyone is interested, let's just shut that door. Here we go. That will be on the market soon. Here we go, let's go back to here. So basically, the engine's out. That is going to be going into my garage there, well I call it the workshop now, or man cave, and I'm going to take the bits off, and it's going to go on that engine sitting there, in there, and hopefully in the next week or two that'll be going back in. I managed to do it on my own. You know, you can do these things on your own, just take your time. You know, some people think, oh I can't do that, I can't do that. You can, just take your time, and as I've stressed before, break it down into stages. If you look at the whole picture, it looks daunting. It's nothing, it's not rocket science. As I said, I'm a working class man, I'm not bright, I haven't got a degree, I haven't even got any qualifications. I've got electrical qualifications, but I haven't got any GCSEs or anything like that. I'm self-taught with a little help of my friends, so you know, if I can do it, you can do it. So carry on with your home mechanics, and let's just say goodbye. The next stage I'll be showing you will be in the garage. That'll be working on that engine, possibly putting a cam chain on. I'm going to check the tensioners, the dimensions. I'm going to check what the tolerance is on that and see if that chain's okay, but I think I might drop one in there. So carry on home mechanics. Any queries or any questions, just give me a shout. Take care, and we'll see you on the next vlog. Bye bye.